Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. I believe we're about to enter Chapter 5. We just finished Chapter 4 after all, so let's see what happens. No idea. I assume we'll be back at 4s, right? Oh yeah. Quite a few days have passed, actually. Is that our next field study? No, not field study, free day? I don't know.
Mid-August.
Oh, mid-August, okay.
It was the peak of summer, and the sweltering sun was beating down on the residents of Trista.
Okay, so we're still in our summer uniforms. Makes sense.
After returning from Heimdall, we were given a whopping 5-day summer vacation before the school year resumed.
Wow, 5 days. That's not a lot of time. It really isn't.
Turns out, Thor sticks to its military roots, only granting extended vacations to students over the New Year's holiday. However, nobles are allowed to visit home, ostensibly to give them time to become familiar with their family's holdings.
Okay.
And, as you might expect, that meant most students from classes 1 and 2 spent summer away from Trista.
Yeah, I could see that.
Meanwhile, classes 3 through 5 were stuck on campus, envying the nobility as they studied and trained as usual. The other members of Class 7 and I chose to stay in Trista as well, facing the heat with our fellow students.
Oh, you all did? Alright. So, side quest or going back to the schoolhouse? IDK. Alright, 8:30. Yeah, we're all here. Ugh, it's so hot I'm dying in here. Okay, apparently they don't have air conditioning in this universe for some strange reason. Alright. I'm sick of this heat already, but you do have a pool, though. Talking about it is just making me feel even hotter, I can imagine. The Academy should install an orbital air conditioner. At least then it'd be a little easier to cope. Yeah, exactly. An orbital air conditioner? What is that? Apparently it must exist then. Well, it's this device that blows out cool air to help regulate a room's temperature. Exactly, so it does exist. Maybe it'd help if you think of it as the opposite of a stove, right? Wow, that's some kind of wizardry. Not really. I've heard of them, but aren't they supposed to be prohibitively expensive? I'm sure the Academy can afford one. Only the most modern buildings seem able to afford them. Do you have one in your house? Well, there's one in the Rhineford Company's corporate headquarters, yeah. That's how she knows about it. It'd be nice if my mother could spare one, you know, for the Academy she sits on the board of directors for. It seems a bit too much to hope for. This is a military academy, so I doubt we can expect to be indulged quite that much. We can afford it. Still, a machine to help us keep cool in the summer? Whoever first invented that should get a medal. I'll admit the summer heat here is more difficult to cope with than the ground. But as long as I think of it as another part of my training, it doesn't bother me all that much. Bearheart gets similar summer heat waves, but there's usually a breeze blowing in from the canyon at this time of year. I like how the screen is still rotating. That does make summers a bit easier to manage. My hometown's up in the mountains, so it's pretty cool even around this time of the year. Actually, now that you mention it, what? I would have thought you three would go back home for the summer, being nobles and all. You were given permission, weren't you? I guess so. If everyone else was going home, I would have considered it, but in the end, I decided against it. I mean, it wasn't all that long ago I got to see Elise, maybe next year. I came here to train. Until I feel like I've made significant progress, I have no intention of returning home. Alright, what about Eustace? Some of you saw my father's mansion. Do you think I go back to a place like that willingly? Yeah. I'm not sure I'll stay here or take my chances with heatstroke. Sure. You're really that uncomfortable at home, huh? Still, hot as it is, there's a lot going on right now. The Imperial, whatever they're called. I doubt all the people headed to that conference at the end of the month have that much time to be worrying about the heat. you make a good point. You're talking about the West Moria Trade Conference, right? Oh. That's the one. There's never been an international conference on that scale before, at least not in modern times. Alright? Major Theodore Croy, who also happens to be the International Bank of Crossbows CEO, was the one who first proposed it. Alright. I've heard that Prince Oliver will be attending on behalf of His Majesty the Emperor. And Chancellor Osborne is supposed to be attending too. Is that when they're going to attack again or something? I don't know. It seems crazy to think we met them both just a few weeks ago. The Chancellor in particular was a pretty intimidating figure. Seemed like a big, scary monster. Sure, Fee. I've heard he served in the Imperial Army before becoming a politician. Then, 11 years ago, His Majesty entrusted him with the position of the Chancellor. Alright. Supposedly, a full 70% of the Imperial Army is under his jurisdiction. Wow, that's a lot. His real fame comes from establishing most of the nation's railway network centered on the capital. Though he's also been responsible for annexing several smaller countries and independent states around Erebonia. Alright. I believe those all took place without any bloodshed, though, at least as far as I'm aware. I don't put too much stock into what he's selling. Military spending in this country has increased exponentially since he took up his position as Chancellor. Right. And it's only possible thanks to the tax revenue he gleans from the people of Helmdar and those annexed nations. Oh. Well, he was the one who ordered the construction of those 2 railway guns they've got pointing the crossbows. Oh, he's the bastard, huh? At one point, Erebonia was on the verge of a full-scale war with Calvary because of those things. And it's going to be another one. Oh yeah, I heard that it was actually Liberal that proposed a way to avoid armed conflict. They ended up signing the Non-Aggression Pact, right? I don't think it's going to last very much longer. Yeah, though, as I'm sure you've noticed, there's still quite a bit of tension between the 2 countries. Oh yeah. I won't be surprised if the issue reared its head again during the trade conference. This was exactly what's going to happen. Chancellor Osborne's been a real popular figure in the capital, though. Popular enough that he seems to have a group of terrorists after him. We still don't know what they want, though. Who are these people? Imperial Liberation for ILF. Just remember ILF. He does seem to be the target, be the Imperial Liberation Front means target, doesn't he? You know, the hammer of judgment that shall topple the dictator and all that. Indeed, they seem to harbor a deep-seated grudge against him. But why, though? Their anger seemed a bit unusual in its intensity, didn't it? Sure did. He does seem like the type who would make a lot of enemies, especially with a face like that. Come on, Fee. Well, I'd rather not speak ill of my father's close ally, but what? What, Machias? Oh, come to think of it, isn't the instructor awfully late? Probably. It's well past time for homeroom to start. True, it should have started about 10 minutes ago, actually. Oh. I swear, that woman. Is she in trouble? She better not be sweeping off another hangover back at the dormitory. She might be in trouble, guys. Wouldn't put it past her. I wish I could say there's no way our upstanding instructor would do that, but I wouldn't be surprised. Is that her?
Excuse me. I'll have you know I did no such thing. Today.
How'd you hear us through the door?
Instructor?
It's her.
Good morning, instructor.
Why are you late?
Morning, everyone!
You seem awfully peachy today.
Anyway, I'll have you know I've got a good reason for being late today.
Oh, do you?
And that reason is... we're
Oh.
going to be welcoming a new classmate today.
Are you serious? Who is it? Exclamation points all around.
A transfer student at this time of year?
What's the catch?
Seriously?
All right, come on in.
It's obviously going to be someone we know already, but who?
Righto.
Young man's voice. I don't recognize that voice. Oh, it's Crow. Really? Crow, what are you doing here?
Huh?
Yeah, I don't understand either, Reen.
Crow?
But isn't he a second-year student?
Yeah.
I'm Crow Armbreast.
Interesting last name, Armbreast. Okay.
Starting today, I'll be joining you fine folks as a member of Class 7.
I don't know, man. Do you have some sort of hidden agenda by doing this?
It's
with
gonna
sparkles.
be pretty sweet, guys.
I mean, I did get to control him back at the schoolhouse, but still, I wasn't expecting this.
What?
Exclamation points and question marks. Good touch.
What? I mean, how?
Yeah, how? Who
Are you
arranged
sure
this?
you want to know? It's a long tale fraught with the intrigue of school politics.
You got time.
I don't think I'd put it quite like that.
You
Back
wouldn't?
in his first year, he slacked off so much that he ended up failing a few of his classes.
What's with this uplifting tune they have playing?
Then he came crying to me in a panic, like, oh, me instructor Sarah, they're not gonna let me graduate.
I don't think he sounded like that.
So, as a special exception, he's going to be joining us for the next 3 months to pay for his laziness.
He was not with us when the railguns fired, though, I'm pretty sure, though.
You can't be serious.
I think she is.
That's an even more pathetic reason than I was bracing myself for.
I think you already know that Crow was one of the trial users for the Arcus test they ran last year.
I know.
So I thought he might be a good role model for you. In that sense, anyway.
Really?
And don't forget, he'll also be joining us on our future field studies, too.
So there's more than one field study left? Okay.
Nice. Looks like you saved me the trouble of having to explain it all.
I'm guessing there's like one field study per chapter? I'm not sure how this
Anyway,
works.
let's let the good times roll.
Sure, let's go
Oh,
with that.
and since we're all classmates now, no need for all that sweet talking you lay on the other second years, all right?
You don't talk to any of the second years.
Right.
Easier said than done, I fear.
If he was any more laid back, he'd be comatose.
True. There's not another desk for him.
I can't help but notice you left the door open.
Oh boy, what else?
Wait, is there someone else too?
Toa, maybe?
Huh? Are you serious?
Oh, I was hoping to catch you off guard.
Is it Toa?
All right, come on in and say hello.
But we never played as Toa, though.
I thought you forgot I was out in the hall!
Who is that? Oh, it's, what's her name? I forgot her name already. Isn't she a little young to be part of our group?
What?
I can't remember her name.
What?
You must be joking.
I don't think she is. Yeah, this kid. What's her name?
Hey, aren't you?
That's her.
You're the girl we met in the Nord Highlands.
Sure is.
Yuppers! Long time no see, guys.
I don't think it's been that long, but... What the hell is your name? What is she wearing?
But I see a couple of you I don't know, so I guess I better introduce myself.
Sure,
I'm
Milliam.
Milliam Orion.
Why can't I remember Milliam? Jesus Christ. And yeah, your robot.
And this here's Eric Getlam. But we'll just call him Lammy for short.
Eric Getlam. That's how you pronounce that, okay. Still have no idea what you're saying.
What the hell is that?
Well, you fought with those other things during the practice exams, didn't you?
Crap!
It's that thing we saw at Ark's fort.
Sure is.
So this is that strange girl you met in the Nord Highlands.
Stray's putting it quite lightly.
Oh, and a little house rule before anything gets blown up. No bringing that thing out in the classroom.
Yes, please.
If he accidentally smashes a wall or blasts through the ceiling, I'm the one who's gonna get chewed out for it.
Boo! Fine.
I should have realized this, considering we got to control her as well, back in the Highlands. Oh, he sounds so defeated.
Anyway,
That's a very rude
nice to meet
pose.
you guys.
Who signed off on this? Nervous
Stop your
laughter.
kidding. Please?
I don't think she is.
I really wish I could.
Oh, this wasn't your idea?
Well, I can see we're in for some fun times these next 3 months.
I don't get Milliam's not part of the academy, though, so how'd she get involved in all this? Don't know. Okay, 3 days ahead. Free day? 3 days went by. At first, no one was sure what to make of Crow Armbrust and the Intelligence Division Agent Milliam Orion's sudden transfer into Class 7. I don't get it either. But within a matter of days, it almost felt like they'd been there all along. Really? I'm sure none of you need to be reminded that it was none other than Emperor Dracos who ended the War of the Lions. But did you know that historical records tell us he had amazingly few soldiers under his command? I did not know that. Oh, do I have to answer a question now? Initially, his allies numbered only a few confidants and several warriors from north. And while supporters rallied to him in each region, his rank still couldn't hope to compare to the other princes' armies. Nonetheless, they continued to advance, liberating region after region after half a year of bloody battles. Prince Draco is perhaps his most well-known supporter. You're gonna ask me, aren't you? Reem. Milliam, right? Would you happen to know the historical figure to whom I'm referring? I have no idea. Sure do. Leanne Sandlot, also known as the Lance Maiden. Ooh, right you are. Well done. Sandlot was the daughter of a count who ruled over a remote region, and accounts tell us she showed great martial skill from a young age. Okay. In particular, her skill with the lance was unparalleled. No records exist of her ever being bested in combat. Too bad she's not here with us anymore. The Lance Maiden also had a group of mighty warriors under her command who fought alongside her in battle. Okay, I'm looking this up. I'm not missing out on AP points, guys. I'm sorry. Chapter 5. Give me a sec, guys. I'm sorry. I know this is cheating, but I've done this already, so might as well keep doing it. Alright. Trails of Cold Steel. Chapter 5. Question. Okay, here we go. Eisenritter. Apparently the answer is Eisenritter. Thank you, Internet. Let's see if that actually pops up here, though. Why does everyone stand when the answer is? That'd be so annoying to have to stand every time you talk. The group of mighty warriors led by the Lance Maiden, that's the Eisenritter. Cool. The Eisenritter, also known as the Iron Knights. They were a band of knights said to be able to charge across the battlefield like lightning, cutting down all in their path. Okay. Correct, you've done your homework, or I cheated. One or the other. The Wandering Prince met the Lance Maiden one day during a prolonged conflict in a remote region of the country. After recognizing each other as reliable and trustworthy, they pledged to fight together under a united banner. With the Lance Maiden and her knights bolstering his ranks, Raiko's army stretched through one region after another. In just a year, he was able to defeat the other princes and free the imperial capital, Helmdar. Very cool. As an interesting footnote, the castle the Eisenritter used as the base of operations 250 years ago is still being used? Oh, really? Just so happens to be only a hop, skip, and a jump away from Lorsholm and Wagram. Did you know that? Oh, indeed, it's known as Lohengrin Castle. It's a beautiful old building situated on the shore of Lake Ebel to the west of Wagram. Alright. Oh, you mentioned that before. I remember that. Does anyone live there now? Is Crow sleeping in the background? I see Z's coming off of him. No, due to the dangerous terrain there, no one goes near it. These days, it exists simply as a relic of a bygone age. Alright. The Xseed family is responsible for the care and maintenance of the castle, though really only minimal work is done. Okay. Speaking of the Xseed house, wasn't one of your ancestors the Eisenritter's second-in-command? Really? Indeed, the Lance Maiden is the most trusted assistant and confidant from what I understand. The Sandlot family line ended with the death of the Lance Maiden. Yeah. And it's probably because of that that the Xseed family mourns her death each year. Alright. I see. Ooh, what a fascinating story. Well, Graham, huh? Never had a mission there, so I've never been able to go. Yeah, Crow is definitely sleeping. Maybe I should have stopped by when I went to Bearheart a while back. Did anyone notice Crow is sleeping? You'd think she'd at least try to conceal the fact that she gets sent all over the country on secret missions. I know, she totally just let it slip that she was doing something in Bearheart, too. Oh, I suppose it's better than her being all distant and cagey around us. Sure. Cool. Ding dong, ding dong. Okay, so tomorrow's the free day. Which means that next Wednesday you'll have your usual practical exam. You better all bring your A-game, sure. Oh, Milliam and Crow. A few must-have instructional materials you guys are going to need as part of Class 7 finally showed up. I'll hand that stuff off to you once we're done here, so I want you to come with me to the faculty lounge. Righto. Man, what a drag. Come on, Crow. Alright, homeroom's out for the day. Flee. Flee while you can. Yes, please. Machias, you do the honors? Yes, instructor. I'll rise bow. Okay, so I guess I just chill for now. So, what do you think? It's kind of weird. I don't know who signed off on this. Well, I don't think we have to be on our guard around her, at least. Same. Though I'd rather she kept that giant silver thing of hers hidden. I don't think she's a bad girl. A bit eccentric, but not bad. I was taking a nap in the courtyard yesterday. She came and fell asleep next to me. Really? What does that have to do with whether or not she's trustworthy? It looks like a couple of kittens all curled up together. Emma, you're still a witch, and you're talking to that cat. I know you are. Their personalities may be worlds apart, but they're both rather cat-like in their own ways. She can't be more than 12 or 13. Still practically a child. Unless she's some sort of robot, I don't know. She could be a robot. Yeah, you're right. She's so chipper all the time that it's hard to really be cold toward her. Yeah, I don't think I could bring myself to spurn her. She's got this natural charm, I think. Be that as it may, her presence here reeks of blood and iron, if you take my meaning. No, I don't. Well, it certainly seems that way.
As such, I'm planning on
that's what he
granting
meant.
you a bit of additional assistance.
Oh, so he's the one who signed off on this?
I should have it ready for you in a few weeks' time.
I did not make that connection. It's hard to believe a girl like that could be an agent of the intelligence division. Hey, the shoe fits. But just going off what happened in Nord, there's not much that would make me doubt now. Oh, of course. And there's that thing, that's always with her. I forgot how to pronounce it already. She calls it Lammy, but aside from its name, you don't really know anything about it. That's true. That too. It seems to be made from some strange material with bone metallic and ceramic properties. Hard but pliable. Agreed. It doesn't look like anything you could make even with the most cutting-edge orbital technology. Oh, is she an alien? When I touched it, it felt really nice and cold. Wow, so you actually touched it? It hasn't escaped my notice that it seems strikingly similar to the combat shells we fight in our practical exams, right? I think it's safe to assume that they share some kind of common origin, of course. Right. Yeah. The instructor said she was forced to accept it, though in a sense, Milliam was forced on us too. You're welcome to think what you will, but I don't trust her. Why not? Either way, she's technically our classmate now, like it or not. It may be a little early to tell whether we could trust her as a friend. That's creepy though, she's like, what, 5 years younger than you? But we should be able to figure out pretty quickly whether we can count on her as a member of Class 7. Ah. Well, that's a logical way of breaking it down at least. You're right, it's still pretty early to make sweeping judgments. Knowing her background would be great, but what's really important is whether she can count on her in a fight. Oh, she's perfectly fine in a fight. Agreed. As students of a military academy, that's probably the most important issue. We'll have to wait and see. Well, considering we're living in the same dormitory, it'd be good if we all got along. Yeah, I wouldn't want her to think that we're trying to make her feel unwelcome either. Oh, so that's what the vacant rooms were for, in the dormitory, okay. Should have seen that coming. And then there's Crow. Yeah, what's he like, Green? You seem like you get along with him pretty well. I wouldn't say that. Yeah, I don't know if I put it quite like that. If I had to say, I'd describe him as a capricious gambling addict, way too prone to ante up for every hand. Javios help us. He sounds like the kind of miscreant one would be better off avoiding. He can't hold himself in a fight, though, I'll give him that. You can count on him when the chips are down, though. Good metaphors. He really helped me out last month when I at least went to the old schoolhouse. I still want to know what happened to you that winter and what caused you to go Super Saiyan. He's good in the fight and pretty handy with his Arcus, too. Maybe we're worrying over nothing then. I don't know. Still, I'm not really sure how to connect with him, you know? I know. Well, at least we're in separate doors for the time being. We'll just have to see how things go. Do I get any bonding event points now? Okay, first we're going to save. Wow, that took up 26 minutes just a cutscene and dialogue. Holy crap. Okay, let's get out of this building first, then look at the map. Oh, hello. Cutscene.
Hello, Reen Schwarzer speaking.
Who could be calling us?
Oh, hi there, Reen.
Is that Toa?
Do you have a moment?
Toa? Well, this is a surprise.
That was just a random guess.
What can I do for you?
You've got a new student in your class now, right?
Students, plural.
Well, her student notebook is ready, so I figured it'd be best to get it to her as soon as possible.
Sure.
Since you handled it last time, would you mind coming to get it for her?
I guess not.
Ah, you're talking about Million. Sure thing. I'll come get it right away. You want me to swing by the student council room then?
Probably.
That'd be great. Thanks.
She sure doesn't waste any time. I should head on over to the student council room before it gets too late.
And everything, guys, I want to bring up, I'm sorry I'm not speaking to every NPC whenever the time changes. I just don't have the time to spare to talk to every NPC, because, you know, after each point in the game when the time advances, it's very time-consuming to talk to everyone around town. Especially when you have multiple places to go to, you know? I know I'm missing out on hidden quests and stuff like that, but, again, my schedule is very tight from the moment to begin with. I'm playing so many different games now, I really have to hurry up, you know? So please forgive me that I'm not speaking to every NPC like some other people who do Let's Plays do. Trust me, if I was doing this in my leisurely time, I would speak to everybody, but I'm not. Also, do you sell anything new? What, you're telling me that Crow's a first year now? I told him, man, I said, Crow, you need to put more effort in at school or there'll be trouble. But given how much time I spent looking at horse racing magazines with him, maybe I was sending him mixed messages. Oh yeah, probably. Do you saw anything new? I mean... Stinger. Maybe that's Crow's weapon? I can't even see him on the... Alright. Do I need any items, though? That's a big question. I mean, oh yeah, we could exchange, though. Before we do that, though, anything else I need? No. Exchange all these things. Much better. Almost 30,000 Mira. Nice. No, I do wish that the hidden quests were a bit easier to find. I guess that's why they're hidden, though. Well, Toa says she wanted me to come to the student council room. Knock.
The door's open.
Thank you.
in.
Sorry if I disturbed you.
We said we were coming, so I don't think it's really a disturbance.
Oh, Reen! Not at all. Sorry for making you come all the way out here.
It was not that big a deal, Toa.
Don't worry about it. It's class business anyway.
What?
That's quite the spread you've got on your desk there.
Is that the textbook?
Is it just me, or does your workload only ever seem to increase?
I guess so.
I've got a little extra going on right now that's keeping me a little busier than normal.
I can tell. Yep, there's
Anyway,
the notebook.
This is Milliam's notebook.
But Crow.
Crow's already got one, along with the added pages on the Arcus units you all have. So she's the last one who needs it.
Well, that explains that.
Alright, I'll be sure to pass this on to Milliam next time I see her. Actually, if you don't mind my asking,
Don't pry, Reen.
how much do you know about why she's here at the Academy?
She probably knows nothing.
All I know is that she came with a recommendation from the Army's Intelligence Division, really.
That much I figured
You
already.
know those combat shells you fight in your practical exams? They're being used with the Emperor's authorization. Apparently, it's something similar for Milliam. They can't deny her admission if the Emperor's pushing it through.
Why is the Emperor doing that, though?
This goes all the way up to His Majesty?
It's very suspicious.
Seems like it. The Chancellor was the one who set up both the Intelligence Division and the Railway Military Police. But neither of those organizations could have been established without His Majesty's consent. That's what's unusual.
Yeah, it's very unusual.
Anyway, because of that, the Academy can't really turn down a direct referral with that kind of backing.
What's the Emperor's motive for doing this?
That's how it is. But even accounting for that, I never would have expected Crow to be transferred into our class too.
No, surprise, surprise.
Yeah, I was just as shocked as you when I found out. I knew he was a habitual class cutter, but I always figured he at least had enough credits to graduate.
Well, slackers be slackers.
Oh, I feel like a failure as student council president for not noticing. Maybe even a failure as a friend.
No, don't say that last part.
Whoa there! I think you're being
Yeah.
a little hard on yourself.
You definitely are.
What about Angelica? Does she have enough credits to graduate?
Does she?
Angie at least makes sure to attend the classes she needs for graduation.
Okay.
Apparently, Crow not only hadn't attended enough class units, he also didn't turn in some essential assignments.
Really?
But as long as he's active and engaged with his Class 7 work over the next couple months, he'll be able to graduate.
Okay, good.
Still, I get the distinct feeling this 1-2 punch of transfer students wasn't just a happy coincidence.
Definitely not.
Am I right?
How would she know?
Yeah. The principal thought placing Crow in Class 7 might be beneficial for the rest of you, too.
Why?
His grades might be a sorry sight, but he really knows how to get things done when he wants to.
Sure.
Did you know he was responsible for all of the event planning at last year's Academy Festival?
Which was...
Who did that? Voluntarily?
What was the festival when we were first welcomed here?
It might be kind of awkward having a second-year student in your class, but I hope you guys will all get along.
I'll do my damnedest.
That goes for Milliam too, of course.
Oh, of course.
She might have an unusual background, but at the end of the day, she's still a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah, I get what you mean. So, she really is 13 then?
Unless she's actually a robot or alien, I don't know.
Yeah, she scored really well on her entrance exam though, so I think she can handle the curriculum fine.
Okay.
She might be small, but she can roll up her sleeves with the best of them.
Sure.
Now, where have I heard of someone like that before?
Oh, someone's calling me again.
Oh, sorry. Looks like I've got a call coming in.
Obviously.
Go ahead and answer. I don't mind. I wouldn't want you to miss anything important.
Stop
all right.
talking, let me answer.
Excuse me then. Hello, Reen Schwarzer speaking.
Hello, Reen. It's your favorite instructor here. Are you still on the Academy grounds by any chance?
Sure are.
As much as it pains me to say it, I am.
sound so suspicious.
I kinda do.
It's just that after I gave Milliam all the things I had for her, she just took off somewhere. You know how she tends to be kind of a mischief maker. So could you find her and drag her back to the dorms for me?
Oh boy.
Alright. I can only imagine what would happen if she were to flash that silver thing of hers around on the academy grounds again.
Yeah, I'd really rather avoid a repeat of yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
Anyway, I leave it in your capable hands, brave leader of Class 7. Mwah.
Who's Reed established as the leader?
Wait a second.
Exactly.
When did I become the...
She hung up, didn't she? I know he's the main character, but come on.
She really does trust you.
I guess so.
Anyway, I'll let you go then. Are you still up for helping me with a few requests tomorrow?
We'll see how many requests there are first.
Of course. I'll be around. Still, I know you've got a full slate and all, but try not to overwork yourself. And if there's anything else I can do to make life a little easier for you, don't hesitate to ask.
Sure. And thanks.
Okay, so now I gotta find Milliam somewhere on the dorm grounds. Alright, guess I better start looking for Milliam. Where do I even start? She could be almost anywhere. That's a good point. I should probably ask a couple of the others for help. I doubt I'll accomplish much just checking places at random. What? Come to think of it, I haven't gotten Crow's number yet either. I think 2 other classmates will be enough for this, though I should remember to ask them when I get a chance. Do I have to pick them now? Really? Well, I don't know if I'm about to enter a fight or not, so... Sure. Alright, I understand. It doesn't seem wise to leave her on her own. Definitely not. She's probably poking around the academy. I'm guessing the whole boarding school experience is kind of new to her. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. I doubt she's left the academy grounds yet, though, so we should be able to find her. Keyword being should. I also have to think, if I were new here, what would seem the most interesting? Then check all those places. Please do not tell me it's the schoolhouse. I agree. Let's go see if we can find her and convince her to come back. It's gonna be the schoolhouse, isn't it? I was warned that the next level of the schoolhouse boss is a nightmare. I was warned by that. I don't know if I mentioned that on camera yet, guys, but not looking forward to it. Okay, so I have to go to, looks like, the gym and the engineering building, but I want to check out the schoolhouse real quick. Can I even go inside, though? Do I want to go inside? Where's the old schoolhouse are locked? You have the keys, Reem. Also, why is it locked now when it wasn't locked when it was unlocked for a lease? Makes no sense. Unless you just forgot to lock it on the way out. I have no idea how that worked out, but... Okay, so check out the gym first, but that might have to wait for another video. Yeah, we are running a little late, guys. I know I sometimes do hour-long episodes here, but... Again, when there's not a lot of fighting, and there's more talking, I get tired more easily, so I'm gonna stop here. Well, at least the last video was a bit more action-oriented, right? So, hopefully I'll make up for it again whenever we enter the schoolhouse. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.